The night David Miller traveled to Savannah for work, a storm rolled over Atlanta. Rain slammed against the windows, thunder rumbled through the skies, and lightning split the night in half. Marcus Johnson sat in his small apartment living room, the glow of his TV flickering across his face. He had no idea that this night would change his life forever, that a single knock on his door would drag him into a secret he could never take back. Boom, boom, boom! The knock startled him. He muted the TV and froze. At this hour? He wasn't expecting anyone. He stood up, pulled the door open, and there she was, Emily Miller, David's wife. Her wrapper was tied loosely, clinging to her curves, her hair damp from the rain. Her eyes searched his, full of something he couldn't quite read. Longing, fear, maybe even desperation. "Marcus," she whispered, her voice trembling. I couldn't stay there alone tonight." Marcus's throat went dry. He knew immediately this was dangerous. This was his best friend's wife, the woman David had loved, the woman Marcus had toasted at their wedding. But why was she here? Why at his door, looking like that? "Emily," he stammered, "is everything okay? Did something happen at the house?" She shook her head. "No, I can't do it anymore, Marcus. I can't sit in the empty house night after night, waiting for David to come back from his trips, pretending everything's fine when I'm dying inside." Her voice cracked. A tear slid down her cheek. She looked so vulnerable, so broken. Marcus felt his chest tighten. But then her hand brushed his arm. A small touch, yet it carried the weight of temptation. Marcus swallowed hard. His heart thundered louder than the storm outside. "Emily, you shouldn't be here. You know this is wrong." She leaned closer, her perfume filling the room, her breath warm against his skin. "Then tell me to leave," she whispered. "Tell me you don't feel it too." Marcus's lips parted, but no words came out, because the truth was, he did. He had always felt something for Emily long before David had married her. He had buried it deep out of loyalty. But now, standing in front of her, that buried desire clawed its way back to the surface. And then she kissed him. It was quick, desperate, forbidden. Marcus should have pushed her away. He should have stopped her. But instead, he kissed her back. The storm outside raged on as they stumbled inside, the restraint unraveling. Every thunderclap seemed to echo the pounding of his heart. Every flash of lightning illuminated their guilt. By the time the storm subsided, so had their resistance. The next morning, Marcus awoke with regret heavy on his chest. Emily was still asleep, curled beside him. He sat up, staring at her, guilt gnawing at him. "This can't happen again," he whispered to himself. But it did. Every time David traveled, Emily found her way back to Marcus's door. And every time, Marcus told himself it would be the last. Yet each time, the fire burned hotter, the temptation harder to resist. They thought they were careful. They thought no one knew. But secrets have a way of surfacing. It started with small things. A neighbor saw Emily's car parked outside Marcus's apartment late at night. She said nothing at first, but gossip spreads faster than wildfire in Atlanta. Then David's younger sister, Chloe, noticed something strange. She visited Emily one afternoon and found a man's shirt, Marcus's shirt, carelessly left draped over a chair. She recognized it instantly. She had seen Marcus wear it countless times. Suspicion began to grow. Still, no one dared to tell David. Until one night, fate forced the truth out. David returned from Savannah earlier than planned. He hadn't told Emily. He wanted to surprise her. With flowers in one hand and a suitcase in the other, he pulled into the driveway, humming softly to himself. But when he opened the front door, the house was dark, silent. "Emily," he called. No answer. He checked the kitchen. Empty. The bedroom. Empty. Confused, he stepped outside, and that's when he noticed Emily's car wasn't in the driveway. Something twisted in his gut. He pulled out his phone and dialed her number. She didn't answer. Then, in a moment of unease, he dialed Marcus. The phone rang once, twice. "Hey, man," Marcus answered, his voice low, hurried. "Where you at?" David asked. There was a pause. Too long of a pause. Just at home. Why? You back?" "Yeah, just got in. Emily's not here. Have you seen her?" Another pause. A cough. No, bro. Haven't seen her." But David wasn't convinced. Something about Marcus's tone didn't sit right. So he drove straight to Marcus's apartment. The moment he pulled up, his world shattered. Emily's car sat in front of Marcus's building. His hand shook on the steering wheel. His chest felt like it was caving in. No, God, please, no," he whispered. He stormed up the stairs, his footsteps echoing in the silence. He didn't even knock. He shoved the door open. And there they were. Emily, wrapped in Marcus's bedsheet. Marcus, frozen, guilt written across his face. Time stopped. The flowers David carried slipped from his hand, falling to the floor. His eyes burned with betrayal. His jaw clenched so tight it ached. Emily gasped, scrambling for words. "David, I can explain." "Explain?" He racked his voice, filled with rage and heartbreak. "Explain how my best friend, my brother, is sleeping with my wife?" Marcus stood, stepping forward, shame all over his face. "David, I swear it wasn't supposed to happen. I tried to—" "Shut up," he roared. His fists trembled at his sides. "I trusted you, Marcus. You were the one person I thought would never betray me." Emily's tears streamed down her cheeks. "David, I was lonely. You were always gone, and don't you dare blame me," she snapped. The weight of betrayal suffocated the room. Marcus lowered his head. "I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry." But sorry wasn't enough. That night marked the end of a friendship that had survived decades. The bond between Marcus and David was shattered. The marriage between David and Emily, destroyed. And in the weeks that followed, the gossip spread like wildfire through Atlanta. Neighbors whispered, friends took sides. Everyone was shocked. Marcus moved away from Atlanta, unable to bear the shame. Emily filed for divorce. David, broken and humiliated, drowned himself in work, determined to rebuild a life from the ruins of betrayal. The storm that started with one knock on a door had destroyed 3 lives forever. And to this day, whenever Marcus closes his eyes, he still hears David's voice echoing in his head. "I trusted you, Marcus. I trusted you."